At Palmdale United Methodist Church, we say we are inspired by Jesus to love. And one of the ways we do that is provide a number of opportunities for people to connect with and worship God together. One of the ways we did that during the pandemic was through Messy Church. Now, Messy Church is an intergenerational worship experience that has hands-on storytelling, games, crafts, and when we're not in the pandemic, a meal as well. We wanted to make sure that we continued to find ways for people to connect when the pandemic started. So we did our Messy Church via Zoom for the first few times we did that, and families and multiple generations would gather online in a Zoom room. We would have story time, we'd have crafts, we sent the supply list ahead of time so we could do it together. But then we decided to do an online Messy Church where we pre-recorded everything ahead of time and families could watch it on their own and do it at their leisure. Here's a couple clips from that.
Hi, I'm going to show you how to do one of the activities for Lent. It's called a prayer calendar. And you can get this off our site, and you can download as many copies as you want. In this time of sheltering in place, we may feel disconnected from family and friends, but we aren't really alone. God is always with us. And we can feel less alone by keeping our friends and family in prayer.
So you can see how we're just taking the piece, we're using your hands, you roll it. If you have a rolling pin at home, that works fine too. And the goal is to end up with a piece that's long enough that you can fold into pretzels. Fun fact, when you see that cross on the pretzel, that's another reminder during Lent of the way that we fold our hands to pray, because Lent is a time of prayer.
The activity I'm going to talk to you about is called our My Neighborhood Prayer Map. And no matter where you live, whether you live in a house or an apartment, whether you're surrounded by lots of people or they're spread out, we all have neighbors. And some of us, we know our neighbors, we know them by name. Others of us, we don't really know. So this is a wonderful activity to help focus our time in praying for our neighborhood. So here's what I want you to do. Get out a piece of paper and a pen, crayons, markers, however you want to do it, and draw a map. Here's my street that I live on, and here's our house, and we have a neighbor one on this. Of course, as time went on, people got restless and wanted to get together in person. It still wasn't safe to have Messy Church inside, so we went to the park. We did Messy Easter at Marie Kerr Park, and here's some clips from what that was like this year. Since then, we've done a few other Messy Churches in the park. We've had one that we did here in our courtyard. We continue to want to find ways for people to connect with God and with one another. And we love Messy Church. It's very much an integral part of who we are as a community of faith. And even the pandemic can't keep us from doing that.